And you know I've been doing these videos for the American Heart Association, but what do I know? That's why we thought we'd bring in an expert from Methodist Hospital, Dr. Karla Kurrelmeyer, who is speaking for the American Heart Association. You are a cardiologist, and we're going to get serious. I mean, we are really up against a major problem. And Karla, I mean, if we don't get hopping, we're going to be having all kinds of health-related issues, which we're beginning to see a lot of, even in young adults. Stroke, diabetes, heart attacks. Tell us, what do we need to do?
That's absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Dana. And thank you for having me here. I think we really need to concentrate on incorporating exercise, aerobic exercise into our routine. That's walking or biking or swimming, something like that. And if we can't do that,
because you know that's always the excuse, we just don't have time.
Yeah, and if you can't do that for 30 to 40 minutes a day, well, then you need to incorporate it into your day-to-day routine. So you need to take those stairs instead of the elevator. You need to park at the other end of the parking lot.
You saw the blogs. I did that last week.
That's right, to try and get those 10,000 steps in a day. I mean, you really need to take it seriously in your day-to-day life if you do not have that 30 to 40 minutes to put aside to do that regular aerobic.
And you're saying ideally it's got to be 30 to 40 minutes a day, period. 30
to 40 minutes a day, unless you're doing something very high impact like running. You can get by with 30 minutes 4 days a week with that, but most people don't, have that, can't keep that up. So
right.
If it's anything less than that, really 30 to 40 minutes a day, every single day.
And if we are not exercising as part of our routine, what happens? You see it every day.
I see it every day. People start putting on those pounds, and before you know it, there's more and more pounds, and then they're obese, and once you're obese or just overweight, you're at risk for developing high blood pressure and also high cholesterol and also diabetes. And once you develop all these risk factors, it increases your risk 5 to 7-fold for having a heart attack or a stroke or blockages elsewhere in your body.
All right, now the American Heart Association has its Heart Walk, and I've been talking about some pretty scary statistics. 40% of us think that we are healthy, and the numbers are showing something completely different.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, today in America, there's way too many people who are overweight and obese, and once you're in that category, like I said, you have all these risk factors for heart disease and stroke, and you're therefore no longer considered healthy once you have these disease states.
And that is the #1 cause of death, not breast cancer for women. Heart disease, right?
Yeah, for women and men.
Mm-hmm.
Women and men, heart disease is the #1 cause of death, and therefore needs to be your #1 concern. Why? Because you can prevent it. I mean, it's completely in your control. If you exercise and eat right and keep your weight down, you can, put off this disease, even if you have a strong family history for at least 10, 15 years, if you do the right thing.
All right, one last thing. What are your thoughts on sodas?
Sodas are absolutely bad for your health, and I tell my patients this over and over again. Not only does it increase their risk for obesity and diabetes and kidney stones, there's a long list that we've seen in the research where there's no benefit from sodas. I mean, if you need something to drink, grab a glass of water. I mean, that's...
Flavor it. Put some lemon juice in it, for crying out loud.
That is the healthy alternative. I mean, it really is.
Very good. Well, Dr. Kurrelmeyer, I want to thank you for joining us. Now, if you would like to participate, it doesn't cost you a thing. We're all going to be meeting out November 5th at Sam Houston Park, and it starts at 9 o'clock. The Houston Heart Walk. You can go to houstonheartwalk.org for all the details. And thank you for adding some credibility to what I've been trying to teach people.
Thank you, Dana, and thanks for teaching people. It's
Absolutely.
very important
It sure is.
to get that message out.